Hello, sports fans from around the world. It's the one you've been waiting for, the NRL SuperCoach BDE Podcast. We are the best draft experts here to bring you all the wrap up of round 2 in the NRL, plus looking forward at the round 3 team lists to help you with all that gritty draft analysis you need. As always, the gentlemen, they're here, they're back, they're keen. Simo, good evening, good sir.
Good evening, mates. Good evening, listeners. Yep, round 3, it's snuck around pretty quickly, hasn't it? Like, it doesn't take long for the season to get going. And we've already copped a few big injuries this week. It's starting to pile up already. So, as much as we don't like to talk about it, it is pretty much the whole reason we do this podcast on a Tuesday night for waivers. So, if you're an active manager in your league and you make those changes, it goes such a long way for you being successful in Supercoach. It's essential, really. We say draft day is big, but in-season management is arguably more important than that. So, if you've been struck by the injury bug, then obviously bad luck for you. But don't give up. Keep looking for trades, looking for waivers. So hopefully you can find a few gems tonight.
Yeah, I think as well, Simo, we've been doing this a long time, good sir, and we'll be looking to think about some, I guess, in-season strategy that may be forming. So we'll have a think about, as we go through the teams, towards the end of the potty, some overall strategy around what do we think the positions are most valuable towards getting a title. So in other words, looking into have the tackle bots settled in and are they dominating, or are there other positions to consider, or are we just where we were at pretty much last year? So have a think about that for me, Simo. Keen to hear your expertise. Looks the odd man's in the house. Hello, good sir.
Yes, g'day, mate. I am in the house. Happy to be here. Just finished up training. Having a wee look at the teams now. And, excited to get into it, man. I'm loving having the footy back. Honestly, I don't even know if I left my house on the weekend. Hey, just love the footy. It's like, oh, what are you up to? Oh, sorry, I can't make it. I'm just watching the footy. Got to do it. Got the podcast, So, hey, Dom, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Dom has in the chat. He says,
hey,
lads love the potty.
He's given us the lads. He realizes it's not just you.
Boys.
Love that from you, Dom. Good to have you back, mate. Our man Cletus says, howdy, gentlemen. Hello, good sir. Brian is just straight into the business. Who would you bring in, our couch or Lasati? So we will get to that, good sir. Just don't you worry. And Captain Rivalry, welcome back, mate. Hey, fellas, he says, good to see you as well. Good to see our loyal listeners tuning in, gentlemen. So,
hi, Captain.
Yeah, the captain's in. Cal. G'day, Cal.
G'day, Cal.
G'day, Cal.
Gotta love it. The regulars are in. This is what we love to see. All right. So, Todd, the same to you, mate. Having a think about overall strategy as it may pertain to trades, because we want to start thinking about some options. My advice, listeners, is something I've done pretty successfully over the time is I get pretty aggressive not too far into the season when I start to see a trend, and I might sell on a drafted name as opposed to where I think either a player or a couple of players will end up at the end of the year. So my advice is no one is sacred. Just because your first round draft pick, you may think Cam Munster's going to be the best 5'8", doesn't mean he's not tradable to try and give yourself a couple options to win your league. So keep that in mind. Welcome back, William, one of our newer regulars. Yeah, the boys.
The boys.
Love your work, good sir. Good to have you aboard. All right. Lads, we'll jump straight in to what promises to be a very interesting game with the Dogs having that early bye just to either, freshen up or maybe just not develop or continue the momentum. Kind of an odd one, really, for mine. The big news of the week, I suppose, is Bronson Jerry. Who the hell bloody knows? Is he in or he out? Is Phil Gould absolutely full of shit or not? Who the bloody hell knows? But in comes one of my old staunch favourites, Anari Tuala. He's a favourite of this potty, to be fair, Simo, on the waiver, the Sisawanga line, for the longest time, to be fair.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a stalwart, old Anari, hasn't he? He's been around for quite a while. And look, let's be honest, he was probably below the Sisawanga line for majority of that time as well. So
98% of his career.
Yeah.
I think the only person on this potty who can put their hand up and say they started him successfully is me one time out of about 20.
Oh.
So pretty rough.
It's a hell of a strike rate.
Hell of a rate, mate.
It's hard to do because he wasn't not a great Supercoach player. Let's be real.
No, not worth much chop, and he's playing on the wrong side of the pitch as well. We know that the Bulldogs look absolutely lethal down that left with Critter and Kiraz. I really think just enjoy Jacob Kiraz and the saloon passage that he's going to give you this year. My goodness. Wow, that's going to be good. All right. So that means there isn't much movement there on the Dogs side. It's just as is, which you'd expect. Touch wood, no training injuries. We're not interested in Tuala. So really nothing to talk about there, gentlemen. The Raiders, very surprised that Simi Sasangi has held his spot. And I'm going to go against the grain where everyone's saying how amazing he is at football. I get it. But I actually think the lack of speed, not having Timoko out there on the edges is actually hurting the Raiders a little bit. I thought it did last week. Super surprised that Timoko didn't come in, personally. I do think Simi Sasangi deserves minutes. He's a good player. Like, I'm a massive Simi Sasangi fan. I think I'd rather him not play in the centres, personally. So that's just an opinion. We got to go on fantasy here. The fact he's now in there this week and Timoko's dropped to 19, boy, like, is there a window here to grab Sasangi, or is it that the person who's now got him has got that jewel and may have him for the season? He's a hard one for me, gentlemen, and I want you to give me a confidence level, Todzer. I'll go to you first. Is it just his, mate?
I'd love to know, mate, as an owner, as you know, in our league of record, would love to know this question. I couldn't safely say that I would be going out and targeting Sasangi. I just think that with Timoko there, the risk of him coming in and Sasangi only getting like 40, 50 minutes off the bench, which he can be serviceable, especially with the dual CT dub. Yeah. But there's a lot of mouths to feed in that forward pack in terms of Hoskin, Mariota and Smithies. So getting the minutes there, 40 to 50, it's not guaranteed either if he does move back to the bench. So as an owner, like when he's named, and I'm going to be watching this, obviously, being the first game, I can make moves. I will be starting him, but there's every chance Timoko comes in. So I wouldn't be actively going out and chasing Sasangi. If someone came to me with an offer for Sasangi, I would probably definitely look at it. But that's where I stand on him anyway. But I actually think you're a bit harsh on him. I think he actually does a lot more defensively than what Timoko does. And I know he probably doesn't have that speed, but he runs the line just as good as any sort of edge player. And he won one spot out. I think he's serviceable at centre. So although I love Timoko, centre for the Kiwis, I do think Sasangi's defensive work has been pretty good. So I think that's why he's won the spot.
Okay. Yeah, it's just interesting, Todd's. Mr. CBB's got the early crow. Fair play to you, mate. I told you all you were stupid and wrong, Sasangi season.
I can get behind that.
Well, Mr. CBB, what I want to see from you, mate, throw in the challenge. You're all over this. If you're the owner, you beauty, mate. Well done. I'd also love to know in the chat what you would potentially trade for him or use to trade for him, because there is a market there. I think, Todd, you kind of answered the way I hope you would, is that the owner is unlikely to be certain as well with Timoko still sitting around.
Yeah.
And there may be even the owner is more of my belief that Timoko is a better fit for the Raiders overall with Timoko at centre. So, Simo, give me frame of market. First up, just quickly, mate, which side of it are you on at this point?
Oh, look, I'm still of the belief that Timoko is going to get that spot back. It's just a matter of time. Look, as much as Sasangi's been great, and I do agree with Toddy that I think Sasangi has been really good. He's such a good player that, like, him being good is not a shock to anyone. It shouldn't be a shock to anyone. But, Timoko's been, a stalwart in that team for years and years. I don't see him, like, losing out in his job just because he had a bit of a slow recovery in the preseason. And no one would be shocked if Timoko started come game day. And so with that being the reason, look, I think that Sasangi is a sell because you're not going to get – if you can sell him to someone that thinks he's got that spot, that's about as good a value as you can get from Sasangi. And so, sure, if it was me, I'd be trying to trade that guy away. If he ends up playing the whole season, then so be it. But, I mean, you'd have to paint me shocked if Timoko is now a bench player for the Raiders and Sasangi is the full-time center.
Yeah, so I'm on the same page, and I've just got a couple of comments here. Sorry, Mr. CBB, largely agree. He only has value for the owner as yet. No bites from the league on him. I just suggest if you are the owner and you feel the same way that it seems like Simo and I at least do, Todd's are maybe not as sure. I think I'd be selling hard on the whole Matt Gillett all your duels when Beau Fermor was doing it, just how valuable that has proven to be. Dylan Lucas as well. So go hard. So just sell him, because I feel like there'll be enough leagues out there that get very excited about that, and you might be able to turn it into a season-long asset. Meso's chiming in. Good evening, good sir, as well. Evening, gents. The song is to sell for mine. Timoko's too strong not to come in once the Raiders hit turbulence. If they lose this week, it'll be 2 in a row. Agree with Simo. It's a matter of time. Do we think, gentlemen, that if in fact they do lose this week, do we think then that's going to hurt Noah Martin the rest of the season? Because you think if Sasungi is indeed playing that well, surely he's earned more than 40 minutes. So where he's better on an edge with that lateral ability he's got. So any risk to Martin, Todzer?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a rookie playing a couple of games. There's always that risk. I just think that Noah Martin's done really well as well. Couple of lacks in defense on the weekend against the mighty Wars, who were fucking awesome, baby. Get it up, yeah. There's the turbulence. Anyway, there definitely is a threat, and that's as a Sasungi owner, that's probably best case scenario, right? Is that he works his way into that second row. So
huge. 80 minutes second row for him playing in your center wing. He's elite.
I just think that he also offers way more off the bench than what Noah Martin would through the middle. We've seen him play through the middle as well. So I don't think it's a crazy risk for Noah Martin, but definitely a possibility.
I'll let you have this one.
Yes, mate.
Just on that Wars game, what the hell was going on with those green ponchos that they were giving the crowd against the Raiders?
Yeah,
what the fuck was that all about?
V's one of their sponsors, I saw heaps of Wars fans if they gave me a green poncho, I would rather be wet. And I was like, fair enough, brother. But yeah, there's plenty of that. That is ludicrous. I mean, V have a blue color, blue V. Come on, get the blue out. What are we doing?
Yeah, you're against the only fluorescent green team in the comp.
I know. Let's do it.
Asking for trouble.
All right, welcome to a couple of our regulars as well. Razzle, g'day lads. G'day Cal. Cal's chime back in.
The razzle dazzle.
G'day Carol.
The razzle dazzle.
Good on you, lads. All right. Just quick temperature check on Ethan Sanders. Obviously did stink it up a bit last week, but still hit 39 without really doing too much. So we think it's a tough matchup here. I probably would be keen not to play him if I could. I think JC owners are really hoping that Campbell comes into the starting side. But yeah, it's tough because you got him first round. You'd want to know confirmation that Campbell's back, for example. And obviously Fogarty owner as well. Sanders versus Fogarty. It is what it is. All right. Xavier Savage, I guess, has put together a couple of okay scores as well. Not the matchup, though, there. All right. Moving on down, gentlemen. Big one for the Roosters. Can they back it up? I thought they handled and soaked up that atmosphere really well and came home pretty strong, which was good to see. They tend to play better in matchups where they're not favoured, Simo. We've known this forever. It's very odd. Yep. So I actually expect them to put on a pretty good show here, which might surprise a few people. I think they'll just assume. But I think Spencer Leniu is a massive out for the Roosters in this matchup. And I think Simo, you bring this up a lot. It's such a symptom of winning that someone with the performance of Egan Butcher could actually start a game of NRL again. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And I've got to give Robinson some credit because Nat Butcher, despite his SuperCoach scores in round one, he played terribly in real life. Missed some bad tackles. I think he was the one that got burnt by Tanner Boyd off the scrum. Stuff that just, if you're doing that, you got to go. And Egan Butcher he's going to cost the Roosters games at some point.
Yeah.
Because his timing of errors are just atrocious. I mean, errors are never good, but he seems to do it at a point in the game where it's a bit of an arm wrestle or, maybe they've just got the ascendancy back after sort of being on the back foot for a while. So, yeah, I really struggle to see Egan Butcher's name there, but I mean, I should assume it'd be Victor Radley in a few weeks, but
7 weeks. Did he get 10 weeks?
No, it's around 7. I was surprised. I thought it was longer.
He served a couple in the preseason, I think, but
that's dog shit.
It's still so far away, though. It's so far away.
It is.
It's one of those ones. Every time I see it, I'm just gonna gloss over it because he's not really a SuperCoach relevant guy.
Yeah.
Supercoach relevance, though, absolutely presents here. Reece Robson. Gentlemen, he may have been dropped in many leagues, even very competitive leagues, just because there was word it was going to be longer at first, and then there was word that it was going to be shorter. It ends up actually being this week. He's back in there, and there's a telling sign as to their confidence. Aiello, all the way down in 19, which we know is not exact science, but it does feel more like cover then. It feels like Watson, could do just a brief spell in his first game back, but bloody hell, I think it's wheels up for Robson, and I've got him as a pretty strong waiver claim. If he's out there in your leagues, I think it's pretty straightforward. You take a punt on a really crap position and hope that you go well. Todza, are you invested in this plan?
Oh, I get it from if you had like a really average hooker, which probably most people do. So I do understand it from there. I don't think Reece Robinson's going to be a world beater. He might knock out 50s, but I think he's just going to distribute the ball and never take any runs around the ruck. And I think for me, I'm looking for that upside at hooker, that dive around the ruck, a bit of a play the ball speed. I just don't see it with the Roosters, and I don't really love Robson, but I do understand that he needs to be picked up, but I wouldn't have him as a high waiver anyway.
There's just so much dross. Like, even look at the round one options that went okay, Todza. It really, there's big concern over the hooker position with everyone.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Like,
no doubt.
The gap might be bigger than we think, and I think potentially he's one that has a chance to close the gap. Simo, evidently Todd's not as keen as myself, but I'm all about him this week.
Yeah, look, I struggle to form an argument over, like, if you look at who the third best hooker is, take Grant and Brayley out of it. Like, I struggle to find someone that's got a better case than Reece Robson right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling as well.
Coruscant got minutes but was not good.
Yeah.
Marshall King's still injured. Wade Egan's got a bench hooker. Damien Cook would have been a great shout, but Little's now back, so it's hard to be in on that.
Farrell's has had a bit of a reprieve with Somerton being dropped to New South Wales Cup. So I was about to write him off after he came off, but evidently that was sternum injury related. So there's a rare one that's a red hot chance of 80.
Reed Marnie's got Sonny Luke there. So it hasn't gone well for anyone. Look, I'm just trying to think of like other hookers, like Tommy Starling. So he's playing 60 minutes, but you'd probably rather Robson. I just think Robson's, if he's on waivers, like you could just be getting the third best hooker in Supercoach.
I think so too.
Sure, that might not be a great. Like that might sound better than what turns out to be, but like the third best hooker in Supercoach is still the third best hooker in Supercoach. Do I think that's what he'll be? Maybe, maybe not, but just the possibility of what he could be. I mean, it's even if conservatively say top 5, he's got a good shot at that as any. So I think he's a waiver for no doubt.
Yeah, mate, so this take, mate, so Damien Cook probably third best. Without Little, mate, I'd be all about it, but I think Little is just going to eat in. We saw Little has such bench impact that that'd be crazy not to bring him on any momentum for the Dragons with this 6 again rule. Little's probably going to be a bit of a weapon again, to be fair. I feel like I'm very confident with Robson above him there. Just a couple of other comments, and we'll stick on the Roosters because another name to discuss. Sam Verrill's tackle machine. I think he ends up third best hooker. He's in the convo if he can play 80 minutes for sure, which is crazy. Todd, I saw your reaction, but that's actually how bad the hooker position is. It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, don't raise Sam Verrills at all, so that is bad.
You really don't have him. You didn't like that inside ball to Cooper Bye that he did this week again.
It's fine. It's nice, yeah, but I just don't. Mate, he'll play 6 games. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he was good last year. I'm about the Verrills train, not because I think he's amazing, because he's the best of a pretty bad bunch. Meso's also added, I'd be cold on Ponga, Wong, and Toya. Roosters have struggled for years against the Panthers outfit. Panthers out the strange on Sharks players last week. Look, I reckon, it's potentially a tough week. Siwa Wong needs to be discussed, though, gentlemen, because he probably fits that bill of a high minute edge back row who can tackle a little bit. I think that for me, I think the output is looking. I think the arrow is pointing up for Siwa Wong, and I've not always been a big fan. If he's out there, is he someone you'd pick up?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Because we think Radley, it's crying out for Radley to come in with Watson somewhat out of favour at 13. Surely Radley comes back into 13 in this team, not on the edge. It has to be. It's set up for it, Simo.
It's shaping up that way. It seems like they got Crichton and Wong there. Yeah, if Watson was playing 13, it'd be a lot harder. But as we touched on before, is you seen the E Butcher initials in there. So yeah, it's my thoughts. Radley should take that spot. So, which is good for Wong. Let's be real.
Yeah, and what Cal is saying here, have we heard anywhere that Rob's getting 80? Watson surely got to spell him. Potentially, but there is, and even if it happens in this game, there is the potential that that's just getting him back into fitness. I think Robson's a high-minute player. We've seen it at Origin level, certainly at the Cowboys. So even if it happens this game, I think Watson rotating through 13 for Butcher's just as likely, personally. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, like I completely agree. I'd actually expect Robson to only play sort of 60 minutes this week.
Yeah.
But that's not going to change my thoughts on what could happen in 3 weeks' time. Because
that's right.
Yeah, I reckon Watson's as good a chance to go through the middle as well.
Welcome to my man Phoenix. Good to have you back, sir. Hey boys, I'm the Walker owner. Should I be worried with the lack of output so far? As someone who was pretty keen on Walker, so especially back end of draft season, it could be a season of flat track bully where the Roosters will just go nuts against weaker opposition when they've got everyone fit. It's hard to stay completely bullish, but I'd still potentially view this as a buy low myself. I still think the Roosters are going to get it together, and I think there's going to be some massive upside days on the run home. So I'm still on that side of the fence. Todd, I know you've been you're thinking you're not sure, are you?
Yeah, look, I'm a little concerned with Walker. For the record, I still think there's a real buy low just because I think averaging with 52 is too low. I'm just really concerned about DCE's involvement. I think he had a really good game on the weekend, and I just feel like there could be a little sway where we don't see Walker as free as I guess we would like.
Okay.
That's just my only concern, but I do think he's a buy low, averaging 52. I can see him averaging 60 to 65 for the rest of the year, but not hitting those massive numbers that we really want from Sammy Walker.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the game where the Roosters really are on the front foot the entire game.
Round 4, baby, Manly.
Yeah, I think the Teddy Walker combo has some very big days to come for that reason. I think it's not a coincidence that Teddy had a quieter game when DCE did his thing with his little shifty plays and stuff. I still feel the blueprint for them winning a title or at least competing is Walker and Teddy carving up the middle. So, Simo, I'm not actually sure where you'd be on this, mate.
This is sort of exactly how I viewed Sam Walker going in. If you've been someone that's owned Sammy Walker in the past, you've known that he's been this sort of guy. He's great against poor teams. Against the better teams, he does struggle a little bit. Do I think he's better than his current average? 100% I do. He should be another 10 points at least, maybe even 15 points on that average. So for that reason, he's a buy low. But, I was obviously a bit lower on him pre-draft. I know we had a few chats here about whether he's a first-round pick and sort of I think, where did he go in the listener league? Was it 9th overall? Does that sound right?
No, he went earlier than that. He went 6th or 7th ahead of JC.
Firmly in the first round. Yeah,
firmly first round. Yeah.
Yeah, so I sort of remember thinking that was a bit too rich for where I viewed Sam Walker. So I'd still go to look to acquire him because I think he is better than what he's been showing. Let's be honest, but I guess my expectations weren't quite as high. So I'm probably not viewing him as being that much further removed from what I thought he would do.
Okay, yeah, that's fair commentary. Interesting one indeed, but I think the overall is we think potentially there is a buy low. So very interesting. Just quickly, Cal mentioned as well, that potential of an 80-minute hooker or a rare breed, Cal. That's why you pony up for Robson. People hating on Kinney as a top 10 pick. What's the response to that when some people pick Walker in the top 10 or like a Mark Nwangani-Tawaze? I think lock it in. Welcome back, good sir. I think that just shows you it's pretty early in the season to really make calls on all these guys. Let's see Kinney with Campbell back in the side. Let's see the Roosters when they get a slightly softer draw and run home with it, especially when they get like Lee News punch back. And I think that's an underrated part of why they've struggled a little bit. So good shouts though, mate, for sure. All right. Pretty settled Panthers side. Liam Martin comes in. Yes, Todd?
Nah, just the Panthers. I mean, how good are they? How good are they?
I thought Liam Martin was moving the needle for you.
Oh, no. I mean, he moves it a little bit, but holy. Just clinical. Like, Sharks didn't play overly bad, but just the ruthlessness of Nathan Cleary. He just gets it, dude. Oh, he's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's good play, mate. And for those Milky Jenkins truthers, it does look like Tungo will stay out. So well done, Simo. I know you were well and truly on that side. Still would make me nervous, and I'd still love to somehow turn Milky into something else, or Alamotti if I could, off the back of a big score. Will Alamotti finally get some? Like, can you start him as a 4 CT dub in this matchup?
No.
It's getting hard.
Yeah, we kind of poo-pooed Alamotti last week. Just as a centre, it's not the same. Like, if you are going to start him, it is honestly just as a 4. Your expectations have got to be really lowered with him as a centre, unfortunately. He'll still base fine, but I think those 80 games are gone. It's just if he gets involved, it's probably more of a 75 ceiling unless he gets like 2 tries. It's going to take a massive game to get past that.
So I'm going to use the Panthers to point something out, gentlemen, and it does actually apply to the Naf White situation as well. I do think preseason, pretty much every one of the content creators and just love as a super coach went hard on the idea of the tackle bots. So as AEOs, those with big work rates like your Naf Whites and your Lindsay Smiths. As only a couple of weeks in, small sample, I started to talk about it last week. The 80-minute edge-back rower who has a chance of hitting upside but also is capable of 30 tackles, I think that's your better model. I really do. I think that's why Lindsay Smiths, et cetera, are just not really producing. Same with Naf. And I think it's why you really, Angus Crichton potentially with, he's got like a 20, 25 tackle upside. He's a little sneaky buy low for me as well, even though I think he has dropped off a bit of quality. Like, I'm fully happy to admit that. But I think you could get him on the real cheap right now from someone who still potentially wants an Isaiah Yeo or something in that range. Give me the upside chance personally, and I don't think like a hell of a lot has changed. Just reading some comments coming through as well. Kaylee, we will get to your comments. We've just got a couple. We'll get to that when we hit the team, I assure you. All right. Big Kiwi Nick, 23 of us shaggers in here and only 4 likes on the live. Come on, captains, let's click that like button.
Anytime someone uses the word shagger, it gets me going. G'day, shagger. I love it. I love it.
G'day, shagger. G'day, sports fans. G'day, shaggers. Oh, yeah. So, interesting spot for me. It is early. Lindsay Smith's value right now, gentlemen. Like, Simon, you could get him for a song.
Yeah.
You absolutely pick him up free. Him and Max King are 2 really good examples, I think, of where this system is just not working.
Yeah. That back end of the top 10 of front row, there's some pretty dire straits. Like, obviously Stefano's the exception. Like, he's shot up the other way, but like we all predicted that Naf White would be that guy. He's dropped off. Lindsay Smith. He said Max King. I don't know what it is. It just obviously must be minutes related, but yeah, the new scoring system sort of hasn't really kicked on with those guys. I think the big just to answer Lockett-in's questions, I think the big issue with Lindsay Smith is young Phillips looks a player, and like that could eat into Lindsay just a little bit, because if they're going to give him a bit of experience, bit of game time, it might just knock Lindsay Smith just back a little bit, because like he probably needs every bit of that 55, even 60 minutes. So if he's getting less than that, it's probably not too good.
What are your thoughts early? Like, in fact, I'm going to come back to you about that. So put that idea out there, gentlemen, around that 80-minute edge-back rower who tackles a lot versus some of these middles that we were excited about preseason. I also want you to think about 2 examples. Both of you own them in Liga records. So Carrigan for you, Todza. Take away the try assist. What a beautiful play, right?
Yeah.
Are you really expecting that from Paddy Carrigan week in, week out?
Oh, definitely not.
I'll bring up Kolomatangi as an example of this as well. Not really throwing many offloads, not potentially threatening to win me my week, despite playing huge minutes and real life being an absolute beast. Simo, you've got one. Aaron Clark, mate. Take away that beautiful pass that he threw. You're still not that happy with the numbers. I just wonder if we should make a move soon for these type of players and go get ourselves an 80-minute edge back roll with upside. Just want you to think about that. All right.
Yes. So without those assists that you're talking about, I guess with Carrigan and Aaron Clark, like they both hit 80s last week, I believe, was it, with the try assist?
Yeah, and line break assist as well.
So you're looking at a 60 without that. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Like the edge back rowers hit that with the new scoring system. They hit that pretty easily. Like CY Wong's knocking out 57 from CY Wong. Your Jackie Williams is getting 58s. Like, they're not doing anything. They're doing nothing special.
They're third manning in. They're just falling over to a completed tackle. I watched it, and that's pretty scary for scoring. Like Lasardi, I think, is a great example. Like he's destroying it. He's averaging 85, and he's just doing that every time.
Yeah,
crazy, right?
Well, Lasardi's getting 40 plus. Like his tackle count is pretty insane.
Ridiculous. Absolutely. So just a thought, listeners. Tell me what. Yeah, great call, Meso. Tarpany is another wonderful example that this is actually not really working. You're relying on him now. He's at least a guy just like AFB who can hit some upside, but bloody hell, you're going to need it. Otherwise, he's not really giving you much benefit.
Tell you what, if they gave our buddy Supercoach points for being a whingy little cat, Joey Tarpany would be the best player in the game. Seriously, that guy is such a pest. Bro, I love him for the Kiwis, but I tell you what, he is a pest. Leave the referee alone, bro. Far out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Lock it in. I really rate this take, mate. So remember, refs could shift the mandate and slow the game back to last year's game flow. So there's a sweet spot, I think, for chasing upside back rowers, but not selling too much too soon. Yeah, okay. That's decent advice. It could absolutely shift. I think to think that it would completely flip and go back the other way is just not, for me, I don't think so. I think it's going to be faster in some level rest of the season. So, but hey, mate, it is only week 2. I'm not saying jump out right now and punt your Yos, your Carrigans and your Aaron Clarks. I'm just saying if a buy low opportunity should present itself, I'd be very tempted myself. A couple other comments here we'll hold on to. Just welcome to our man, especially your man, Simo Saran. Here he is.
Oh, Saran. Is it?
G'day, gents. Beautiful.
I never get his name right. He's like the Ethan of our listeners.
No, you bloody start.
Oh, Saran.
Welcome to our live listeners, 30-odd strong, going beautifully. Great to have you aboard, BDEs. It's good stuff. All right, Storm versus the Bronx. What a massive game for the Bronx. And you love to see Madge. He's wielded the axe. Simo, I'm just going to say, mate. No.
You love to see it.
Listen, mate. You deserve this. Absolutely destroyed it with your take on Shiba. Have your moment, mate. Come on.
Not going to do it. The man's don't kick the man while he's down. I mean, that applause was probably bad enough. So let's not go there.
He reverted back to type, didn't he, Simo? He's awful.
Look, I'll actually defend the poor bloke. Ezra Mam did him no favors. Like, it's either they can't really drop Ezra Mam, but like, I honestly think that most of those missed tackles were Ezra's fault. To be fair, but like Shiba didn't help out either. So
no,
but that doesn't surprise anyone.
He was leaving a yawning chasm in there, and I don't think was it. So Jack Kazeski, after he went off, does one thing well. He can defend. I saw our big man
with his head.
Willison, big Willison coming in, didn't exactly shore up that side of the pitch, to be fair. So that's very interesting to see what happens this week. But he is the Shiba. So I guess because of your draft capital, gentlemen, if you've got the space, I would recommend the hold personally, just to make sure it's not just a 1 week thing, because if the Bronx get going again, you could easily have a guy who can average points. So I personally wouldn't drop him. I can understand why others may. Like, Todd's a real quick. Would you just hang on just to make sure?
Yeah, it's a hold and wait for me for now if I had the bench space,
Yeah. So would you go hard enough to say just punt him and be done with it? Do you think he's just gone?
It's easy for me. Like, you should never have drafted him in the first place. But
yeah, there you go. There it is. I said I was going to give you your moment. Well done.
For those shaggers that did, then hold on. You have to hold on. If you're a Shiba believer. Yeah, like which I clearly aren't. But if you are, then you should hold him.
William's in the unfortunate position of two guys that I've believed in different leagues. So Timoko or Shibber is CT dub hold. Will Shibber shine again? That's a tough one. So real quick, Simo, Timoko for you, surely.
That's a tale of woe.
That is brutal.
One guy that I low-key froth and one guy I absolutely don't.
Yeah, you're a Timoko.
Timoko to the house.
Timoko. Todd's up.
Mate, I've said this a few times. But that time when Timoko sung Share after he scored a try, still, I've got to save my bookmarks on X. It's just the best thing ever.
Todd's, the Share man himself or Shibber? It's a tough question.
It's tough. If I was to have to choose one to keep, I would choose Mate Tomoko thinking he's going to get that spot back. Because he actually has talent.
Yeah, I think the problem for Shibber is if they come out and actually play at least well here or sneak an upset against the Storm, like, boy, that's going to be tough for him to get back in. Grant Anderson, very decent winger. The only thing that gives me hope is it's only Dean Mariner, who hasn't exactly looked too flash himself.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get the punt this week.
So did I, mate. I absolutely did.
He was trash.
I would personally, I'd hang on to Shibber out of those because there is a bit of a danger for Timoko now, which really sucks. Timoko's a better player. So, all right. Phoenix has actually asked, are we using a waiver claim on Grant Anderson?
You don't need to.
Yeah, probably very low end, if any.
He'll play right wing, which is not as strong. So I just, not for me.
Buy low opportunity on Karapani, boys, I think.
Monstrously, Todd. That's a great shout, mate. Like, big time. Absolutely.
Boy, he's flunked.
For someone who's higher up on the CTW chain, here's one for you. Sasangi for Karapani, if you're the Sasangi owner.
Oh, I'd take that, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout, Todd.
Why not have both, my team?
Well, honestly, I think Locking in agrees with you, Todd. Bilo Karapani, bang a shout. I think he's very gettable, and I think that could be the kind of trade. Jesus, he's on tonight, Simo. Bloody hell.
You'll be able to get Karapani off waivers after this week, though. Honestly.
I don't agree. I think he's a red hot chance of a meaty here in this matchup. A red hot chance. I think you'll see a bit more.
He doesn't score this week, he'll be getting dropped at a lot of places. So you could get him dirt cheap if you wait one more week.
Todd's up. Drop him, mate, and I'll just hang on to my waiver claim, please. To throw it out there. Yeah. Williams brought it out. Imagine going from Origin to Oz and then not even having a spot on a SuperCoach bench. That's good. That's good.
Must be a Queenslander.
Yeah. I went for the Eels and it was right, says Golden. Welcome aboard. So
I was going to say, leave Trent Liero alone, Toddy.
So Xavier Willison, I got a little excited last year in the hope the man would play at least 60 minutes on an edge because I still think that is so much better than Jack Kozeski in terms of offense. Defensively, not so sure. So I don't think it's going to last very long. And our man, Brendan Piakura, you'd imagine, is a red-hot chance of sneaking in here before play. When I say our man, I mean no one's man. And it's not SuperCoach.
Jeez, they got no middles, hey. I would have put Allbucks tougher on an edge, but he has to play through the middle. They've got no one. That is so weak.
Yeah,
what are they missing?
Well, is Jensen? The Jensen's there, isn't he?
Jensen's there. It's Jensen and Haas. Haas pretty much has to play 70 minutes in this team because they just don't have anyone.
Yeah, hectic.
Yeah, with Wilson, that's why I have to believe that Wilson will go to the bench and Pickera plays on an edge. That's just it. Otherwise, the rotation's all out of whack. You would think.
Yeah, Wilson will be a popular name because of where he's named, but yeah, best it's a 1 week play if at all, right?
Yeah. If he does start, yeah, exactly.
Even if he does start, do we really think Wilson's going to be an edge back rower now?
No.
We saw it last year. It's probably not going to happen, but
structure doesn't make sense. Over to the Storm, the only name worth talking about here, and it's very interesting to me because in my preseason you mentioned is Trent Liero one of those tackle bot styles that will just accumulate and be SuperCoach relevant. Given how we might now feel about the tackle bots, I don't know, man. Am I burning a waiver claim? Because you'll be out there in a truck ton of leagues.
Oh, he's in heaps of leagues. I I think I dropped him in the league last week to get a win, and I don't regret it, to be honest. It's I mean, when do you ever regret dropping Trent Liero? Let's be honest. He's probably about the most meat and potatoes style player there is in the NRL, but yeah, he's not really a waiver. Obviously, he's not even named to start. So yeah, someone that like I wouldn't hate to have on your bench, but yeah, it's one of those ones that you could easily, if what we've said tonight about those tackle bot style guys losing a little bit compared to what we thought, then yeah, obviously he's the poster boy of that. So like he's like a homeless man's Isaiah Yeo, that's just to begin with. So
the base without the power stats, and it's like Hamish Stewart now with Little in there. It's like it's a similar comp to me. You can plug him in as a third, and if you're really desperate at 2RF and you need to plug a gap as the weakest part of your roster, I'm probably okay with a very low end claim just to lock it in because I think he's safe as houses. To be fair, like, would you go that far?
Oh, 12-team leagues, yes, but
yeah, okay.
If you're in a 10-teamer, I'd find it a lot harder. But 12-team leagues, like I could see him being the top 36 2RF because that bar's not as high. But like in a 10-teamer, obviously it's top 30 to be a starter. He'll be like, I could see him being like a 25 plus, somewhere in that 25 to 30.
Yeah, situational need only. That's enough time on Trent Liero. Let's move forward. All right, sneaking our way down to my Knights versus Warriors. It was a tough watch, gentlemen. Very tough watch, and geez, it sucks watching both of those two go down, playing lights out and absolutely crushing it. Like, good luck to you, Todd. Can't wait to have a yarn with you, mate, while this is going on. What a great time. Fletcher Sharp is back, which is fantastic. So with Sandon at 7, gentlemen, there are leagues that would have been unsure. I love the idea of playing him as a hooker. So just going to throw him out there again. If people are not believing or weren't sure going into the week just gone, which is very possible. I get it. With Fletcher Sharp due back, maybe people just didn't bother. I think he's a good, sneaky little play for the next 4 or so weeks while Dylan Brown is on the way back. Are we on board?
Yep, good shot. I like it.
Yeah. Robson versus Sandon, if they're out there at hooker tots, I think it's very close.
I would take the punt on. Oh, fuck. I would like to go Sandon Smith, but I think that's wrong. I think tackle bot wise, I think Reece Robson has a better average season long, but I'd love to take the shot on Sandon Smith being good.
If I was, for example, the JMK owner and I was sweating on him coming back, would love to get Sandon in just to stop that gap until he comes back, for example.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, sick little play. The other
Any more on my team you want to bring up, mate? Or
no, just thought I'd give you
just all my blokes who are going rubbish. Thanks.
Bit of free advice for you, mate. Love to share.
He wins 1 year. Here we go.
I know you've built wins 1 year, mate. Wait till you get your name on a trophy before you can speak it off. The 2-time, right? Or four times as well. But anyway, Fletcher Hunt, gentlemen, he is a trier. He actually does have a SuperCoach friendly game. The fact he's eligible at CTW pretty much means he's an automatic waiver claim in some level, especially with Ponga out and the fact that Fletcher, I actually rate this from Holbrook. He's sticking to his guns and keeping Fletcher at 6. I really like it because that means Phoenix is not playing. So that's really great. Fletcher Hunt, oh, geez. Phoenix playing in the halves are back in. Oh, my Lord. If it weren't for Manly being so inept, he would have lost us the game. My goodness, he sucks. That was brutal.
I don't know how Manly could have looked that bad. Like, it was shocking that they could be that bad against that Knights team in the second half.
That might be one of the worst second halves of football that I can even remember. And I think you heard the commentary saying the same thing. How do you play that badly? Well, Luke Brooks is the answer to that question. That's his worst game. Like, he ran the ball really well sometimes as well, but his handling errors and his decision-making, like, he must just know he's under the pump, right, with Walsh, and he's not taking
it well. Yeah, what about when it was last tackle, he's down the short side, he doesn't kick it, turns it back to Turbo. And Tommy Turbo just kicks the absolute skin off it. Like, mate, Tommy's a lot of things, but he's not a kicker. Like he's
that's right.
Come on, Brooksy. Like,
absolutely. So, gentlemen, Fletcher Hunt, I'm pretty aggressive here. I'll be honest with you. That's got some high-end claim written all over it for me, just because of the CTW eligibility at minimum. I probably would dump. I think if you really want to have a crack at Robson as the season-long play, he's your man. But I'm a big fan of Fletcher in leagues. I think he's the most gettable option this week that could be something. Any disagreement?
Absolutely zero, mate. I would burn my one on it.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this Sandon or Fletcher Hunt? Sorry,
Fletcher Hunt.
Fletcher Hunt. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said that. Yep.
No, I'd only burn the number 2 waiver claim on Sandon, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course you would.
Kidding, listeners, kidding.
But yeah, Fletcher Hunt, I like what I'm seeing. I think it's the right play. He's going to be there for a while, so good on him. And he's probably not miles behind. Filling into a lot of positions in that back line now, I think, because he keeps stepping up when he comes in. So he only has to, touch wood, any more injuries to our very injury-prone centres, and he's a shot. So, all right. In terms of the Jermaine McEwen, I still think there's a buy low window here. I really do. I'm sticking very firm on that one. I think he's very gettable, and I think the minutes he finally hit 80, as per Barry Tui's suggestion, I think there are some bigger days coming for Mr. McEwen.
He was like a drop ball and away from having a monster. Like he actually had a couple opportunities where he looked like it was, oh, here we go, and it just didn't work. But yeah, I think that's a massive buy low. Good shout.
He's right there. Thank you, sir. Tane Tuapiki. Simo, you managed to play him last week, and I haven't had a chance to even ask you how you actually accomplished that. How did that even happen? I'm really confused.
I just knew that someone was going to get HIA, mate. That's all it is.
He does it all, listeners. He does it all.
How?
Look.
What happened? Like, how did you... I want you to tell the listeners. Explain the scenario, and I want to
know. It was a situation where I had Critter on a bye, and I had a bench. I didn't want to drop anyone. And so I was either... Yeah, it's just... I was either just starting because he's only centre wing I had. So he was an able body that could have played, and I got balls lucky, and he played.
So are we going with Bronze Prince or Nostradamus going forward, listeners? You let us know, because that is actually nuts.
Well, it might look like it was a masterstroke, but it really wasn't, because in another league that I own, Tane. Well, I had Suafar Logo on the bench with his 155. And Tane Tuapiki playing meant that I didn't get that.
Yeah, the flip. You actually didn't get that.
So I did cop it, and rightfully so, because
you did. You did, mate. But
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, league of record, mate. It went very well for you. So Tuapiki, Captain Rivalry, has asked, Tuapiki or Chester this week can either hold their spot long term. Todger, I'll go you first, mate, on this one.
For this week, the easiest Tuapiki of your life. Tommy Chester in the centres, sure, he scored a good try, and look, he does look pretty good, but Tuapiki, his ceiling is massive.
I like
against the Knights too.
Mate, Tommy Chester gets to play the Titans this week, baby. I don't hate either matchup, and I think Tommy Chester with fullback eligibility. I think Zach Labart's sniffing, but Simo, Tommy Chester might actually be quite a good football player from early thoughts.
He might be, but. Yeah, he might be, but he's not Tuapiki. Give me Tane all the way, twice on Sundays. Honestly think Tuapiki, if he's out there on waivers, I'd spend number one, because I don't think he's given that spot up. He's too good a player.
Really? Wow. I'd love to believe you, and what I'm gonna do is I'm deliberately going to say I'll go obvious.
Because I own him in every league I'm in.
I wouldn't be fair. He's great to watch. I'd rather watch him than Chance any day of the week.
Hey. Who are we talking with Chance?
Listen, I have wanted this to happen with RTS for so long. Tuapiki most recently. I don't believe it. Chance he's got a mortgage on that spot. Innie comes back to the fullback after his concussion lay down. It's
no chance. Not when they see what they've got in Tuapiki. Because word on the street, pre-season, there was enough rumblings that they wanted to play Tuapiki there, but he copped a knock. He was a bit slow in recovery. Like, I can see a lot of ways that they find another spot for Chance in the centres.
Which one of these centres makes way for Chance then? Like, which one would you prefer?
I prefer that if it was Pompey, but the way Leotau had played week one especially, Leotau got lucky with a try last week. He took an intercept, I think it was. Like, I think Leotau is a way better player long term, but if they're basing it off form these first 2 weeks, then he would be the one to go. But if I was coaching the team, it would be Pompey gone.
So you've got Tuapiki then, Simo. Are you staunch in this belief, or is this just similar to Cal, Tuapiki time, maybe a long shot if he holds that spot well? Where are you?
I've already told you, like, I'm dead 100% serious. I own Tuapiki in, and I don't mean this to pump my own horn. Like, I own Tuapiki in every league, and I have since draft day in every league because I believe in the talent. I think he's the Warriors' best fullback. He's a good SuperCoach player as well. Like, he's only small. Tackle bust, line break. Look at. Not saying he's Suafalongo, but the size doesn't always matter, and I think he's got enough game to him. I just reckon he's as good a shot. You can play him in the CT dub. If he's on waivers, I'd spend number one on the chance that he keeps that spot. And if he doesn't, so be it. But he's the prime guy that I'd be wanting to look at with first waiver because he could change the season. And they not every waiver claim does that, or at least has the chance to do that.
Look, Phoenix has asked the question. You've heard the advice from Simo. Waiver 1 and CTW needy. I won't disagree with the taking of a punt. I get it. You're probably getting, we said Fletcher Hunt's the other CTW fullback that's there. Chester might be as well. Chester probably reasonably safe. Fletcher Hunt, pretty decent, kind of locked in for a good 8-ish weeks, which is a pretty substantial amount. So got value. I'm very close between Fletcher Hunt and Tuapiki, but I'm always the thrill of the chase, Simo. So, mate, you've got these ones right many times. Love you putting the flag down for that one. That's sick. Really quickly, I missed this one. Welcome, Stanger. Good to have you aboard. Egan for Sandon. Haven't seen Egan run off. Yeah, Egan with Healy there, mate. That option looks pretty dead, to be honest. I'm not about Egan. He really needed that 65 towards 80 that he'd usually start the year with. Healy's too good a player, so can't do it.
Yeah.
William was set on some other options and then says, you got me rattled for one, the waiver pick, the number one. I will say we haven't mentioned him. Guys, very low-hanging fruit here. If Leka Halasima is out there, I can easily say, forget about any of the Tane Tuapiki mentions or whatever. I have him number one with a bullet. Very easy advice for me. You're talking about people that shouldn't lose their spot. That would be the guy for me. Any objections, Todzer, if Halasima's out there?
Please, if you see him on the weekend, you've seen him the last 2 weeks, he's unbelievable. If he's out there, easy one for me. Love Tane Tuapiki, love Simo backing him in too.
Yeah. Look, Simo, are you that staunch at Halasima or?
Look, again, it's going to sound like I'm just jerking myself off here, but everything I said about Tuapiki also applies to Halasima. Like, I own Halasima everywhere as well. So just get it out.
Yeah, it must be nice, eh?
Get it up,
that horn, brother. It's a hell of a horn.
But it's been a good week. I'll say that in terms of some of my bench stashes. But Halasima's out there. He's
Halasima, Tuapiki, right? In that order?
Yeah.
Surely that's cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure, because I know the love is strong. This is a good one, Meso. I thought of this as well. Now that we've obviously lost Capewell to poor bugger, the old man injury, the calf injury. Done that myself. It's a rough chat. So, Laban,
it was a sex injury for you, wasn't it?
It's always, mate. That's most of them. Got shoulder problems. Got the calves. The old
soldiers. You and Capewell, prime athletes.
Yeah.
I was once, Dots.
Prime glory hole hunters as well, I've heard.
The old third grade stalwart back in the day, mate. Prime cattle. Right. Jacob Laban. This is a really good question, Tods. I want to throw to you as a man who's been on Laban. I'm with May. So I had a really good look at this when the team list came out. He has shown a bit. Surely he's not a plotter, and surely SuperCoach friendly game somewhere there. Can he now have a shot at more like 65 plus?
Oh, I don't think so. First full year in first grade, and like I know he's a freak, but he's not a Leka Halasima freak, you know. I do think he's not playing a full 80 yet. Too. Murata Niokore comes back this week.
Yeah.
I know he's getting a spell with Leka, you know, but now he's starting. But yeah, Niokore comes back. I do think that he'll keep getting a spell. I think he played like 60 odd on the weekend. I do think he's a bit of a plotter, and I would be probably jumping off him.
So you're off. You're on him as plotter now. Wow. Okay. Because you had been bigger in the past, but you're not thinking he's looking that explosive. Okay.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he's looked good defensively. I actually think he's made really good tackles, really strong tackles.
Yep.
Just haven't seen anything like speed and lateral that I thought to myself, holy, like this guy's going to be unreal.
Okay.
So whereas like you see it every time Leka touches the ball, kind of thing. Maybe that's what we need. We need that calming sort of edge back role, and that's what Curtis Capel's been doing for us.
Yeah.
Maybe he just locks into that role, which is cool. But yeah, I don't see the massive upside as I do in Halasima or other people.
Saddens me, mate. I know you're a big Laban fan. That's a bit sad. Rivalry said, thanks, gents. And this one for me is a ripper of a question. Halasima versus Samuela Fainu. Whew. I want to say Halasima, but I was very encouraged with the work of that left side for the Tigers as we predicted last week. That's some juicy stuff. I'm going to go with Leka because of the extreme talent, but I think that if you ended up with either of those two off waivers, or you could pick them up at a good price, they're going to anchor your side with upside. Quickly, Simo, Halasima or Samuela?
Halasima.
Yep. Tots?
The answer is Halasima.
Yeah, it is. But you both said it with somewhat confidence, but Jesus, I'd be very happy with Samuela Fainu.
It's not an indictment on Samuela Fainu. Like he showed you nothing in week one to make you think that he wasn't a great value. So,
yes,
boys, I just want to bring up another probably sell high opportunity.
Yes, mate.
Jackson Ford. I know he's had two really crazy big games, but I don't see him playing 75 minutes when Barney's fully back into this team. For now, with Barney back on the bench, like it'll be a couple of weeks, and Jackson Ford's still going to get plenty in the next couple of weeks. But I do think if there's a sell opportunity as a front rower, you get something back for your team that you can use, I would be doing that. I don't think he plays 76 minutes each week. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a ripper, mate. I think he's hit a sneaky bit of upside as well, which I wouldn't want
He's
to
been
count on.
awesome. Like he's been unbelievable.
I think, Todd, he's been that good. You can actually see why the Barney let go is actually not going to hurt them as much or hurt your Waz as you thought. Tino or Ford, Tino with a heartbeat, Mr. CBB. If you can flip that over and get it come back the other way, I would do that in the blink of an eye, personally, with Barney coming back. Good shout from you, Mr. Todd. We've gone through a lot here. Really quickly, we mentioned on Leah Tower, gentlemen obviously showed a little bit on the weekend with that intercept. I think growing into a role, and if you needed a 4 CT dub this week, you can put him in. If you're the Cola owner, for example, you could go out there and pick him up.
Yeah, he's so big, isn't he?
He's huge.
I don't know. He's not very fast, though. Like, he doesn't move sideways very well, eh?
No, the lateral ability is what's really helping some of these players. He's that power game guy. Yeah. I still think in this matchup it should be okay.
Oh, no doubt. I was just rambling, to be honest.
No, it's a good shout. Mate, I like it. I like it a lot. Moving our way down to the Sharks and the Finns. So I know we had a question straight up about Britton Nickera. I am going to say to the question earlier from Lock It In that Britton Nickera, similar to Jeremiah Nane, does worry me with the additional base stats that are going via third man in for those 80-minute edge back rowers. Britton Nickera, the gap in between his floor and those type of players, I think is bigger than ever. Yes, of course, he's going to have days. Flat track bullies, they are the Sharks. Nico's going to feed him, and you're going to love bringing him in. But I would actually put him down as more of a matchup-dependent play or third 2RF for me. That's how I view it. Simo?
Yeah, I think I tend to agree, which kind of sucks. Like, Nickera has been, like, at his peak, he's been a very, like, very pointy 2RF. Like he's been an easy CT 2RF1.
Yep.
But yeah, that base has sort of dropped off these last couple of years, and yeah, he probably is more of a matchup guy. He's still a pretty solid 3, but just be realistic of what you're getting with a guy like Nicker. And now his name kind of precedes him a little bit at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. So just have realistic expectations. Pluck him on your bench. The Sharks are at home and they're in a cakewalk matchup, and throw him in. But like we shouldn't have been shocked that he went. Yeah, like we shouldn't have been shocked that he went poorly against the Panthers away. So
he made 45 tackles though.
That's interesting. That's not been his go. But if he's going to play 80, maybe he does start doing the third man in more. He's a hard one, eh?
Yeah. The thing, like the Panthers just had so much ball. Like like most games, the Sharks are going to be in competitive style games.
Yeah.
It's just that the whole Sharks team would have had higher tackle counts. Look at Colquhoun.
True.
Colquhoun week 1 versus week 2 was just insanely different in base because of how much ball the Panthers had.
True.
Yeah, it's a fine line. Like you want him in cakewalk matchups, but yeah, like the tackle count will go up in those really difficult ones. But obviously, you're not going to get any upside out of that. So yeah, that's
green light special here against the Finns, I believe. I'm not going to pretend to be a genius to say that Kale Iro, if anyone's got cold feet and they've got some classic sort of feelings weaving their way into draft, which we've seen, gentlemen. Kale Iro, one of the most obvious buy lows through 2 weeks. If someone is not believing that, the good times, they come. They're absolutely coming.
Good shout.
I think you can greenlight Sione and Stone Street this week as well. I think this is the week the Sharks just turn it all around. I think it's a greenlight special for me. Teague Wilton needs to be mentioned. I know we're big fans of him, especially real life on the show. Should be owned. So you might even sneak him through as a free agent. I'm also okay with a low-end claim because he's going to find his way back most likely, and he'll probably be pretty decent, as he does every year. He'll tackle too, gentlemen. He's going to tackle a lot.
He will.
So he might be all right. Geez, Tommy Hazelton doing well to hold on to that starting spot after his performance last week. Oh, boy, that was rough.
Very bad.
You know what I loved is when there's a bit of a stink and then Brian Toto goes up and grabs Tommy Hazelton's head and grabs Dylan Hepburne's head. Yeah, no, that's so funny.
How good did Toto's flowing locks look without the helmet just quietly?
Yeah,
that was sick. Oh, my God, big fan. We'll get on to the other man who lost his helmet and had his best game of his life not too far away. So, Fanua Blake, gentlemen, has to be discussed early. The tape has not looked good. You hope this is him just working into a bit of fitness, but I'll be honest, Todd, we had this chat. He did make some comments about Father Time going into this year for the first time ever. Not seeing the explosion, similar to the Gus bus.
Yeah, hasn't been great. Hasn't early doors for AFB. There was times last year where he had some down times too, but this seems a little bit down. Really hope he's just working back into some form, but maybe the game has got a little bit too fast for him and we're not going to see some big minute AFBs.
Yeah. Just, Simo, real quick, do you think a buy low or are you similarly a bit concerned with AFB?
Yeah, I'm more on the concern side, unfortunately.
Yeah. Sucks.
Like I traded for him last year and got a bit of what Toddy's known this year in our league of record, and he's such a good player, and I feel like when he's been written off in the past, he's always bounced back. So we sort of just got to hope that maybe that's the case this year. Maybe this is fitness, but yeah, we'll see. He's one of those ones that I wouldn't be advocating to go out and buy low on unless it's really low, but. Yeah, it's one of those ones that if you invested in a Fanua Blake, you probably just you made your bed. You kind of just have to let it be lying in there.
Yeah, there's no point in selling low. You just hope that he spikes to at least give you FRF2 value. Lock it in. Nickera for Lecker. Yeah, I think Lecker's just someone you're going to want to own. He leaps up the 2RF rankings. So I would try not to drop Nickera, but in a 2-2RF league, Nickera's value is reduced. You'd love to have him as a platoon, though, as a spot start for good weeks like the one we're just looking at now, though. So maybe there's another option for a drop there. Lock it in.
One of the listeners, I forget who said this in the chat. William, it was like it needs to at least be addressed that like the risk you run with Halasima is, and like I don't subscribe to this, but it has to be at least mentioned is that like when Capewell comes back, look, there's every chance that Halasima goes back to the bench. Like it's worked for them these first like week one, it worked for them really well.
Yep.
Like, do I think that happens? No, I think Laban probably is the one, but
yeah,
we've seen it before. Like we have seen it. So, like dropping good players like Nikora, like you've got to be all in. Like I'm all in on Halasima. I know you are, Redford. Like you've got to be all in because if you're not, and then 3 weeks from now, Capewell's calf's better and he's back. If Lecker's back to the bench and you drop Nikora, but that's how you leave a gaping hole in your team. But you've got to be mentally there to know that you're chasing the upside with a guy like Halasima, and you've got to be okay with what comes your way. You ride the highs and lows. Do I think it's going to be high? Yes, I do. But if it doesn't, you've got to be okay with that as well because there is that risk. We have to be real that there is risk.
Which goes back to that question, lock it in. I would try so hard to have Nikora as a platoon on a 2-2RF league. Absolutely love the idea of him as a third 2RF to rotate in matchup specific. That is, you can win some weeks doing that, I believe. All right, so over to the Finns. So Maxi Plath keeps the spot. He was a little dusty. Took a while to get into the game. Didn't have his best. Your man, Kennelly, played terribly. Like, he struggled big time. I think probably I thought potentially was going to get dropped. If they'd have lost, he was in big trouble, huge trouble. He played so poor.
He did play badly, yeah.
Yeah, bad hands, positioning. He was just off and defensively not great. Finafiliaki, now I'm not going to do an early crow because I'm not like the world's biggest fan, but Jesus, he played pretty bloody well again. I was probably a bit bigger than the boys last week, but if leagues weren't believers, gentlemen, and I think it's possible. Simo, your take is what we've thought of him for a long time. We even had him as a joke about how long before he'd hit attacking upside last year.
Yeah.
If he's still out there, given how good he looked, and he is on Katoa's side, at primary side of the field, he did look a bit more powerful and like a bit purposeful, but it was against the Titans.
Yeah, I'm still not buying it. He scored one try off a dropout that bounced the wrong way, and just it's literally a try that any person with coordination could have scored. Like it was just like literally he caught it at the 5 meter line and just put it down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overreact. Like I get it. We got to be careful with these things, like because like in the past I've had these takes and I've been a bit too staunch and I'll miss out on a guy like this. Like that's me, and like listeners need to understand that if you disagree with what I'm saying, then that's fine. Like go and get your guy. But we had a whole year of it last year, and like this is not to say that he can't improve as a player. I just don't fully buy that he has improved that much as a player over 2 weeks. Like I think it's more the opposition than so much him. So happy, like more than happy to be proven wrong because I do think he's a great young talent and he will get better at some stage. I just would be hesitant spending a high waiver on a guy like that because I just don't fully buy in.
Tozo, I know you're a huge fan of Katoa, mate. I just think being an edge back rower on that side of the pitch is really a place you want to be. And I think by having, very capable outside backs outside him as well, which Averillo's proven to be in Asako when he's not having Pharaoh fumbles time like he started this season. I just think there's enough threat there with Katoa, mate. I feel like you're more on board with Finafil. He might have just come of age. He might have found a bit.
Yeah. He has looked a lot more explosive with that sort of the running, getting a few more tackle busts. Obviously, last week did play the Titans, but the week before was a pretty average game against the Souths in a terrible weather. But I do think he does look, to my eye, to have a little bit more about him this year, which is really exciting for SuperCoach because I think we all are going to agree, like, there is talent there. It's just that he hasn't seen it. Like, so I get what Simo's saying about the falling over the try, but I'm all about Fini Fuyaki.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting one. And, Kennelly just showing Simo, like, it's good luck for those that are going well. I get it. Kennelly, you can still fire him up while he's in here. No problem with that. It's just whether he'll be able to hold his spot when they're fully fit. He can't.
I actually really worry about the Dolphins forwards long term. Like, they've got a lot of guys, but I'm just not so sure that as a collective they're all that good together. Like,
Yeah.
Gilbert's an Origin player, that's fine, but like he's not much more than that. Like SuperCoach wise, he's fine. But like this is not a big crack at Tom Gilbert. Just as everyone, like Fini Fuliaki, Lemuelu, you got Morgan Knowles who's come across from the UK. Obviously, you got Saifidi back. You got Flegler. They're all like each their own. They're good, but I just don't know if the Dolphins defensively are ever going to be a team that we look at and go, I just want to play everyone against the Dolphins because they're just going to concede.
I have a thought about their forward pack, and I think because of the change in the speed and the change in the rules, they're more of a big bopper forward pack. Think to like Raiders of the past, a bit slower and lateral movement. I think that's costing them establishing space and bringing out the outside backs. And I think that's why through 2 weeks it's looked a bit rough. So I'm with you, Simo. Concerns for that reason. I think Maxi Plath moving back to 13 would be monstrous for this team once he gets back up.
JMK is such a massive loss.
Huge. Oh, Simo, we were talking about on the weekend, mate. His speed around the ruck and his service and his decision making, they are missing it so bad. Oh yeah.
Do you know who's not it? Brad Schneider.
He shouldn't be used as a 9. That's not
right. I think like the second time he touched the ball, he like fumbled back in between. Pass it to himself. I mean, serious, he's a disgrace.
It's rough. Real quick temperature check on a man we were pretty big on preseason, just hasn't hit it yet. Selwyn Cobbo. I'm going to just throw him in as a buy low because I still think the tries are going to absolutely flow. And I think he's been dropped twice in our league of record the last 2 years, and I've got it. He started slow every season for some reason. It's going to turn around most likely. Go pick him up potentially.
Oh, yeah.
SC for life, welcome, mate. I'll answer this one. So, would you trade Sam Walker, Cobbo, and Yo to Nico Hines, Herbie, and Ryan Couchman boys? Well, you'd rather be on the Nico Herbie side.
This is a classic question for sure. This can't be. Oh, maybe not. Is this draft? Is this draft or classic? If he's
to be honest, I like it on either side, even if it is a classic question. I've got a couple of those players myself. I took a punt on Cobbo and Yo, and I'm bringing in a couple of options. I'm bringing in Ryan Couchman in classic. JB Chelsea, hey, welcome back, mate.
Up the Chelsea.
Glad to report I beat Phoenix Star by 400 points this week. We preferring Gilbert or Wilton for late order pickup. Really quickly, gentlemen, Gilbert, Wilton. Gilbert did put on a 70, actually did. Base power wasn't horrendous.
Yeah, this is two guys I'm not super high on. Jeez. Tommy Gilbert because he's dual, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the same. Teague Billy Burns hovering around. That's a little risky.
He was average, dude.
He did have a rough. He did get found out. Does Trey Fuller have similar stash vibes to Tuapiki? You can, but it's less obvious to me. Way, way less obvious.
Yeah. See, the thing with Tuapiki's as much chance of so my sort of thoughts on him was he's a good enough chance of winning the spot at some stage in the year. Contrary to reports by Dobbo, who was wrong yet again. Fuller obviously. Mate, you can't be coming out and saying it like he was saying it in the preseason that Fuller's won the spot, and then 2 days later he hasn't.
Coach was emphatic.
It's pretty bad journalism. Let's be real, but Fuller's obviously not as much of a chance of winning that spot now because Hammers look great. He's been shining light.
Great game. He was. Without them, they've got no shot of winning that game on the weekend. He did everything almost himself. He was incredible.
Yeah. So Fuller's still a stash, but he's probably the first guy you drop if you need a spot.
He's more valuable to the Hammer owner, of course. That's an obvious one. So
and SC for life, it is an emphatic yes.
It's an emphatic yes. They're 3 great trades, mate. Welcome to the potty. Cal says the duel for Tuapiki is a big game changer. Absolutely, mate. So hard to stash with a straight FB like Fuller is. but Tuapiki always a shot, which is why I don't hate the Fletcher Hunt shout as well, gentlemen, because you can play him as a CT dub, which is pretty awesome. Spent a bit of time there. Not interested in Morgan Knowles either. Moving on down. So the Saturday evening game, the Bunnies versus the Tigers. Just deep leaguers, gentlemen. Jamie Humphreys, really quickly. Any interest? Can he actually step up a bit? He showed a bit at the start of last year and dropped off.
Yeah, I can get behind in a deep league.
Yep, stash or a deeper league option to cover for halfback. I think he should be owned. I'm actually on board with that. Simo, pretty straightforward.
What about when he broke the record for most tackles by a 7? Albeit he was playing hooker most of that game, but if you're in a deep league, if he can get you 25 to 30 tackles, which might be a big ask, but with the new scoring, if he can do that, if you're in a 12-teamer or a 14-teamer, God forbid a 16-teamer, that's gold for a halfback in those really deep leagues.
Yep. In a better team too. I think we didn't get to see the best of him last year. I think that's plenty. There'll be some glazing done, Mr. CBB. Don't you worry, sir. A bit of glazing from the potty here. We said buy low on Tallis Duncan, gentlemen. I know it probably wasn't revolutionary advice, but we're pretty sure he was going to get this gig. Wheels up for Tallis Duncan. Hopefully you got on last week, gentlemen, because he's just a real talented player. So good stuff to see. We will glaze. I'll give Mr. CB his dues. Can we glaze the number 2 halfback, Adam Doueihi, for a bit? Re-signed a long deal, which I love the confidence in his ability to stay fit from the Tigers because he's not shown it whatsoever. Length of deal surprised me a bit, but he's a good player, and I root for Adam Doueihi, gentlemen. So
he's a different player in the halves. When he's playing halves, it doesn't matter if it's 7 or 6.
Yeah,
he's a different SuperCoach asset. Like we've seen him tried at center, didn't work. He would be better one pass off the ruck, but the way that they play on the weekend, he's someone that if you got him as a backup, he's looking pretty good. Especially, I know there's some lots of leagues out there where people drafted him as their number 1. They would have got sacked their positions everywhere else. So look, obviously he's not going to do 116 every week, but he'll be a fine sort of 55-ish guy, which will get you by in those sorts of leagues.
Yep, absolutely. All right. The rest of the Tigers side, obviously, Pierce Paul, your boy, Todd's up, outstanding. Looked fantastic. Love to see it. Not as a Knights fan, but, good luck to the fellow. We never gave him the proper chance to do what he can do.
How was that stat, mate? 3 tries as a night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Two at the Tigers in one game.
We just never unlocked him. It was just brutal. You know what halves? The answer to that question is look at the halves we were trotting out when he was playing for us. It's disgusting.
Anytime Adam O'Brien goes for a job, they should go, oh, let's look at Adam O'Brien. Here's what this guy did the Knights. Then the guy went to the West Tigers who get multiple spoons in the last 10 years and looks like a superstar. That's how bad Adam O'Brien is.
Yep. Good. I love talking about these things. It makes me feel real good that I had to watch that. So thank you.
You want to hear from me on the weekend, then up to us.
Lock it in, says our man SC for life. Good to have you aboard, mate. Good luck. Similar trades for me too in Classic. Cal, highest score for KPP ever and equaled last year's trade. Thanks. No, Cal, it's great, mate. Yep. Awesome. Thank you.
G'day, Cal.
G'day, Cal. Yeah, the boys love
it. Do you know who would be really good for Newcastle's Simi Sasangi and
Joseph
Tarpany? Do you know how good? No, piss Tarpany off, but Simi Sasangi is the one that really hurts me because he's never been on great coin either. Who missed his talent? Who missed, what has he done that hasn't looked good ever on NRL pitch? And apparently we're like, no, we got this. We've got
Classic.
That's so frustrating.
Also,
we want to pay Tyson Frizzell. Yeah, good one. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was watching the Super League the other day, Redford, and there's a name there, Christian Mapapalangi.
Yes, I remember Mapapalangi.
He was hyped through the balls at the Knights, and now he's over in England just being just a regular SuperCoach Super League player.
I reckon he entered my Classic team as a cheapie for 6 years straight.
It's just a great name.
Sick name.
It's a great name. That's good from you, Simo. I will mention, so Matt Cassini, you definitely would rather him in space on the wing, but still you're just going to hang on and play him as a fourth. Gerald Skelton playing in the centres, gentlemen. He's got the size. He's got to be mentioned because he did plenty when he came on. Obviously, they were running riot. He was hyped. Going into last year, I remember, he was hyped, and he's a big boy who's got a powerful running style. Maybe, hasn't had it defensively. Are we sure he can defend in the centres, Todd?
Oh, absolutely not. There's no way. I would assume they did what they did last week and pushed Taruva in. Not that he was overly great at defensively, but there's no way Gerald Skelton is laterally fast enough to do anything at centre.
Yeah, I'm just not sure make that.
I'll tell you what, even if it is, it doesn't matter which one it is. Trell Mitt's going to have a field day against them.
Yeah. This is not a week you want to be versing Trell Mitt. Because, who's stopping him here, gentlemen? At all day?
Not Taruva and probably not Skelton.
Is that why they put a bigger body on Latrell?
Maybe, but Latrell will just flick past all day.
Latrell will skip past him.
Sides here. I had Malalungi for one game once. Redford seemed excited at the time. Terrible. Wow. Mason. I'm just going to take that, mate. You've followed us for a long time, and we'll sometimes get them wrong, mate. So thanks for
he's kept receipts. I love it.
That's
very good.
Holy crap. I bet he is some of the good stuff. But anyway, fair enough. It is what it is. We're not afraid to make the big calls here on the BDE. Wouldn't be BDE without it, So Twal actually did play decent minutes, gentlemen. We bring him up decently. He actually played pretty well too, to be fair. Work rate enough, just a quick plug. Could plug and play him if you need to.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he actually did play pretty well. And I think if Fanua is going to play that few minutes and Terrell May is only going to play 60-odd, really quick temperature check. It's first game back, the back injury. I actually think I would love if Tigers don't turn up here and Terrell May plays low minutes again and doesn't score outstandingly well, I would love a sneaky little buy-low opportunity on Terrell May because I think people are going to potentially go, that's it. He's not playing 70 ever. I think with the way this team is set up with Royce Hunt, bugger all minutes and Seyfarth, and I like Sione Fainu, but Jock Madden on the bench, I think there is a chance Terrell May goes back to playing monster minutes and he's going to offload for the end of time. That's my read. It's early. We'll see how we go.
Yep.
All right.
Breaking news, trade for Terrell May.
Trade for Terrell May.
We're breaking down barriers here on the BDE.
Breaking down barriers. Hey, mate, we're sneaking in a buy low. We're getting ahead of it. So get your shit in order. All right, the Rampant Eels have done some things. Not on the left-hand side, though, in any way, shape, or form. It was all, in my opinion, pretty arsey plays from Jonah Pezzett. It was kind of like kicking in defeat and sort of working. But I think really what shone is the extreme talent of head gearless Kelma Tuolungi. There he is, showing his talent. He's kept his spot, boys. What the hell? That blew my mind. Even as a staunch Kelma lover, and Cal is all about this. All aboard the Kelma train. Now, I'm looking at very high waivers in both of the most important leagues for me. So, Cal, sadly, am I going there again, sir? You tell me, listeners, tell us if we are having a crack at Kelma. Because he still looked pretty mistake-prone, to be fair, but the runs are amazing. Gentlemen, just anything. Are we...
Kelma. You want us to talk about Kelma? No, thank you.
This is the support I get, listeners, right? Guy brains it against the Bronx. He gets no love. One day.
Never heard of her.
Kelma without the head. There he is, mate. So he's come back. Kelma without the headgear looked massive. With it on, he looked like a little Lego man. Yeah, love that. The Sean plays says no. Just flat no. Yeah. Fair. And Cal, I might be right or die with you, baby. I'm ready to be burnt again. He says, I might. I'm going to struggle. When I get down, lay down in bed tonight and have a look at these options, I'm in big trouble, I think. All right. The rest of it, I'm not feeling. Hopgood, I'm going to presume he wasn't dropped, gentlemen. I think he's going to be absolutely fine in this model. Just going to tackle his way to 40 or 50 and be solid. Probably not winning you many weeks, though, but does have dual, so he's pretty solid. Okay. Now, we did mention...
With the Eels, I will just say,
Mhm.
I'm not sure which person it'll be out of Hopgood, Paulo, or Jackie Williams, but
yeah,
whichever one loses minutes to Dylan Walker
Mhm.
will suffer a little bit. And I would imagine it'd be Paulo, right?
Paulo's had good minutes first 2 weeks, Simon. I did look at that as well. I just wondered if this rotation actually will be Kelman not playing 80. I wondered if Williams will just sneak over to an edge and Kelman plays like 60.
Yeah, maybe.
I actually think that's the way it'll go this time, because if you're a coach, Kelman can do some bloody good things, but do you really want him out there for 80 minutes with his mistake-prone ways? I wouldn't think so. Anyway, we'll see.
He's also got a bit of the Siwa Wongs, loves to take a few heads off as well.
He's been known. He's absolutely been known. Sin bin risk. Jack Williams, bit of a hit though. If he in fact is the one to get spelled, this is a bad time for Jack Williams owners. Fair enough, Tots?
Yeah, I don't think he's the one to get spelled though.
It's tough to play. So you think he potentially does what, 55 in the middle and then sneaks out to an edge for the last?
Yep.
That could be fantastic because the base plus upside, phenomenal. I guess he's got a massive motor on him, Jack Williams.
He's got a massive motor, and then how many times will an edge back row have to go past Kalmar in this game to then get dragged? Honestly. Seriously.
I love it. I'm not really giving the listeners much. It's just you're going on hope and dreams with Kelma. So good luck to you if you get on board, and I hope it works. The Dragons, I'm still a massive stay away. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Ryan Couchman from the bench.
Jeez, keeps doing it.
He keeps doing it. I'm really curious now with Little there. Does this mean Hamish Stewart just ticks up minutes a bit and Couchman at minimum maintains, as in Ryan, and Toby starts to pick up a few more? That's kind of what I think is about to happen, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends what they do with Cookie. Like, do they want to play Cook through the lock roll again? Because
he did a lot of that last year, hey?
A fair bit of time where Little would come on and actually be on the field with Cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Ryan Couchman pretty much seems to be coming on like 57-ish minutes and just playing up he comes on after 23 minutes and plays the rest of the game pretty much. That's sort of how it's been. So I just don't see that changing too much.
No, it's more Hamish Stewart, I thought potentially could be just a little uptick. He only probably needs another 8 to 10 out of this with Little coming in, and he becomes similar to, like I said, Liero. Stanger, that's a really good shout, mate. That's the stash of Dylan Egan, who was outstanding SuperCoach-wise and will be a high-tackling edge back rower. He'll become very stash-worthy. I know I've got him stashed at the moment in one of the leagues. So, yeah, really good shout, mate. I think Dylan Egan's the most talented of any of them personally and has Lucy's spot to grab. Yeah, agree. Lucy, he shouldn't be playing 80. Meso, Dragons need to give Lucy a rest. Big boy should be asked. He shouldn't be asked to play 80. It's just, it's crazy. I think one of the middles out to an edge makes a hell of a lot of sense. So, yeah, good shout, mate.
Any love for Jaden Sewer, boys?
He's just such a massive in-game injury risk for me, Tods. But while he's fit, mate, you're gonna, if you drafted him pretty late, you're gonna play him and you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's just risky business. But he is a high tackling edge back row who plays 80 minutes. He hits that description, Tods, and he's averaging 75 again. So he's probably very gettable, Tods. Like that's one of those.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like. Everyone knows he can go down injured so easily. So he's probably a decent one just to go and grab if someone's not fully believing. That's a really good shout. It's not exciting, but...
Oh, certainly not exciting. Nobody gets excited about watching Jaden Sewer play football.
Only you, baby. Only you.
Yeah, I do have a soft spot there.
He's your Kelma to a Lungy.
Oh, that is very rough on Jaden Sewer.
I didn't say they're the same level. No. I didn't say they're the same level. One's played Origin. One looked better with his helmet off.
One eats oranges. Holy.
Yeah, no, fair. All right. Dragons just not interested. Don't feel it. That matchup, no idea how it goes. I don't know how good the Eels actually are, to be fair. And I felt like Jonah Pezzett was pretty fluky for me. I would not be picking up Jonah Pezzett. Not interested. Not for me. Cowboys v Titans to round out the
Oh,
round.
what a stinker! These last
God
two.
knows. Like, Todd, what are we expecting here, mate? Like, seriously.
I mean, this could be like 74-60. Seriously.
I just, like, there's just nothing doing here whatsoever. I just want to tell me on the Titans who fits this sound effect, gentlemen. The end of his time, even in anywhere.
Is that the final gong?
What the hell is Mo Fodawaker even doing? What is he doing? I've never been so pissed off at a player. What in a game that's on the line? Has he just forgotten how to play football?
Is he Asian?
What's with the gong?
That's the gong. I hit the wrong one there, to be fair. But I'm gonna try and save it and say that's the gong for the end of his time.
Oh my god! Oh my
good.
goodness! The gong has got me,
Jeez.
dude. What are we
How
doing?
did you not figure that one out, gentlemen? Honestly, no fault. He just annoyed the shit out of me. All right. Yeah, Cal's picking up Cal got it. He knew exactly who I was referring to. Didn't Mo?
Cal's fluent in Mandarin too.
I'm not. No accents, all right? We're a clean-cut potty. Tino, he is going to get the minutes. They're coming. I firmly believe that. I think I'm very much on the side of talent wins out. And when the game was on the line, Jesus God, get him out there. Like, so frustrating.
Yeah.
Obvious buy low, gentlemen, right?
Huge.
For your front row.
Geez, I hope the gong on his value hasn't gone past.
Yeah, I'll find another one, mate. I'll find something else.
Oh, dude, I'm crying. That was so funny.
So, Tino, listeners, tell us in the chat what you believe. I'm firmly in the belief it'll come good. It may not happen straight away, but I think
they need it to come good. You can't play Tino Fa'asuamaleaui for 46 minutes and think you're going to win a football game. What are we doing? That's crazy.
Kelly did way back in the Ming Dynasty. Oh, this is good. Thanks. Mate, so you've been back and forth on me all night. That's some of your best. Oh, dear. Oh, listeners, we've got to bring it back. We've got to bring it back.
That's the comment of the year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Mr. CBB loving the work as well. Listeners, we're very locked in potty here. Sodza, bring it back for me, mate. Tino, what's the sort of deal you'd be looking for, mate? And I want to float one for you. If I was the Isaiah Yo owner right now, for Tino and a heartbeat.
Really?
Yeah. So with the news that Yo is not going to be playing 80 minutes this year, almost exclusively no, I would rather take the upside of Tino turning it around to win your weeks. So there's a great example for me. That's an easy yes.
I'm not like I don't think that's an easy yes.
Yeah, Tino's not playing 80 either. Let's be
I mean.
No, but with Tino's minutes last year and averaging either just over 70 or tick under 70, he has a chance of hitting upside to win your weeks on the run home. I think Isaiah will do it very infrequently, and they'll end up having similar minutes as the year shakes out, is my belief. So I'd rather be on the Tino side. Yeah,
that's fair. I would, if I was the Yo owner, I don't think I would then trade away for Tino. I feel like it's very sideways-ish.
Oh, it was more an example, Doz. I'm not saying I'd just that's the trade I would do, but just trying to give examples of, even someone who's high flying early, package him up for one of those CT dubs who's flying and attach him to. I think Tino is very gettable right now. There's a lot of negative press, a lot of sales in classic. Every chance, mate, that he gets it rolling. And remember, the JC factor. It's there for Kinney. It's there for for Tino as well. And it's
I'm all behind that narrative of Tino becoming back to the gun that he is. You can package a CT dubs with a 2RF that might be going okay, and get yourself something back and get yourself Tino back. Like, I'll be all about it, especially for the front row.
Yep, love it. It helps Brimson as well if when JC's there, just gives him a chance to attack down that left as well with Daddy Fermor, because there's another sneaky buy low. Like, there's a lot of buy lows here. Keeney a buy low, Fermor a buy low, Teeny a buy low. Tino, sorry, a buy low.
Teeny tiny Tino.
Teeny.
Yeah. Good chat.
Keeping his spot, Simo, is Arama Ho.
How?
Arama Ho.
Where's the gong?
Yeah, it's Arama Ho. I heard it pronounced during the broadcast, so we're going with it. Arama.
You've missed the. So just confirming, in this podcast, listeners, Redford has hit the gong by mistake when talking about Mofot, and then missed the gong when we needed it. That is unbelievable.
No, we're adding a bit of pizzazz to the potties if we needed any more listeners. So tell us what you think. Oh, that's a ripper, Mr. CBB. Tino or big Villy kicks? Love that question, actually, Simo. That's sick.
Yeah. Kick out. That sounds like it might need a gong as well. It's got a bit of flavour to it. Tino.
Oh, Tino. And just while we're waiting for Todd to give us his answer.
Oh, no, I'm a drum roll, please. I'm heavy Tino.
Heavy Tino. All right, beautiful. That's a clean sweep. Good question, though. I get the ask in that one with Big Villy Kicks.
Hey, if you're the kick-out owner and you want to go get Tino and play off that 98 from round one, go and do it.
Yeah, I like it. All right, over to the Cowboys. A chance to get right for the Scotty Drinkwater owner. It's unlikely. Yeah, that obviously the rib cartilage, for anyone who's done injury there, that does hurt a lot. That's a tough one. You don't sleep well. It hurts. Every movement hurts. It's horrible.
I'll tell you injury. What, if you own Scotty Drink, this is a nightmare for you. Last game of the round, especially if you're captain's league, like if all things were going okay, this would be a bloody good matchup for Scotty Drinks. Yep. So you almost need to set your bench up so you've got cover somewhere.
Tommy Chester.
Tommy Chester, that is the most obvious.
Yeah.
If he's available.
You're a Drinkwater owner, you can get Tommy Chester. Just, definitely the way to go.
Braden, welcome, mate. Send Redford back to Woolen. Gone. That's good. That's very good. Yes, good heads up play from you there, Sim. I think if you're the Drinky owner, you hope he plays. The risk, obviously, Clifford goal kicking sucks because you want Drinky to be doing his thing. Wheels up for Helam Lukey. Ruben Cotter's back in, who really cares for Supercoach. He's an Origin player, Tommy did. This is the on version of Tommy, who's looked good and bad as he tends to do, still exposing that flaw that he has, which really sucks because he should be able to tackle enough to base that his way to scores. But anyway, Jackson Purdue, gentlemen, I've liked what I've seen. I think there's some pretty good days, and I would absolutely love to be starting him at 5'8" this week. I think that's going to go.
I think there's a buy low on Jackson Purdue too. He hasn't lit it up crazy.
No, 71 though, Todd. That's the only reason I didn't go there. He did, and he looked good. Like in a shit side again. I think he's a talented player. One weird error that he made, but the rest of it was really good. Mate, if you could get him in your 5'8", I think you'd be pretty well served.
Yeah, love it.
All right. That brings us to the end. So, gentlemen, I love the analysis tonight. It was pretty deep because there's a lot of movement. So I just want to do a quick summary of our waiver options for our mighty listeners. And then I just want some thoughts to finish off from you both around that overall. Now that we've analysed all the teams, the 80-minute edge back rower or the middles, is it you feel a preference either way, or do you think it's too soon? I'm just very keen to hear. So, Lecker the Wrecker.
Oof, up the wires.
Number one for me, I think that was unanimous. Simo's gone really hard on Tame, has him almost as 1B in that scenario. The argument is there. I certainly see it. I am very keen on Fletcher Hunt because of the CTW eligibility with Ponga out. I think he's got a very friendly game in that regard. So I really like the idea of bringing him in. Probably not a massive upside guy, but I feel like base should be pretty damn decent. So
Yeah, he's a trier.
He is a trier, mate, with enough speed, like sneaky speed, actually. So that's a good one. We also said, I'm just looking through our list now. This brings up the Reece Robson versus Sandon Smith is huge. I think for longer term gain, Reece Robson, if you're just sitting on one of your less established hookers, but Sandon, especially the JMK owner, get amongst it. That's a really good start for you. We really like the idea of Siwa Wong as someone for at least the low end claim because the minutes should be there. We're pretty sure Victor's going to come back in 13 in round 7, which is an update, listeners. If you've been following us, we weren't quite sure. Rivalry, the only reason, I didn't bring up Samuela. I think owned in a lot of leagues, but mate, Samuela Fainu, I'd have him just behind Lecker personally ahead of Tane. I don't, as much as you might love Tane, Samuela's there. So that's me. Simo, you might have them slightly, like you might have them reversed, but Samuela's up there in the top few here easily. Todza, you've got Samuela just behind Lecker?
Yeah.
Good question, though. They're the main ones, gentlemen. You can have some fun with Kelma. I'd love to free agent Kelma. All about that as a play, just to see, just in case he's playing 80 on an edge.
I think you would have paid too much.
You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Finafui, you can slot into at least a middle claim as well. Absolutely think you've got to at least see, gentlemen. You can pay up if he's still sitting out there. If you're 2RF needy and you're not going to get one of the Leckers or the Samuela Fainus, then I think he's your next best bet. Trent Liero, very low-end claim at best. Leah Tower, if he's out there. And there's some interest there in potentially, if Skelton can play on a wing, I kind of really like the sound of that. That would be good fun whilst Taylor is out. And stuff.
Yeah. I think Skelton really needs a bit more love from us, to be honest. I kind of poo-pooed him for this week because I think he will get a bath from Trell Mitt. But I mean, the bloke played Taylor May got injured in the first 10 minutes. So he led the game in runs, I believe, in only 70 odd minutes. He was a weapon on the weekend. I mean, obviously it was a great game for the Tigers. That game script is not going to be there every single week for Jarrell Skelton, but he's got SuperCoach game when he gets a crack. So he's a great guy to look at if you are the Team A owner, then you've lost him for a while.
Beautiful. All right, Todzer, I'll go to you first, mate, with that question in mind, just to help out our listeners.
Yep.
Are you forming an opinion now? So pre-season, we were hyping more of your tackle bots, your Yos, your Carrigans, your Aaron Clarks. I'll even throw, for example, like Colin Matangi in there, maybe to a slightly lesser extent. We're all about these guys. We had them higher than we ever have. Looking at the rise of some of these edge-back rowers now who are tackling their way to 30-ish, but also hitting upside. I think Noah Martin and Lasardi are two really scary examples of that. Both are tackling closer to 40 a week. A lot of it is third man in, but they're both a chance of busting one and winning you a week as well and turning that 60 into 100. What are your thoughts, mate? Are you still feeling like the tackle bots are there? Or do you think favoring more?
Really interesting. In terms of tackle bot versus edge back rower, I do think it will come back a little bit. I think that we see a little trend in the game. We see trends all the time when the referees are cracking down on things. New rules implemented with the 6 agains outside the 20.
Yep.
I do think that eventually those workhorses in the middle will come back to the pack. I understand the argument of these high-end 2RFs tackling their way to 30 tackles, but the Cam Murrays, the Patrick Carrigans, that's Sunday breakfast for them. That's easy as, what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I understand it. I understand the hype around these edge back rows. I think also you look at guys like Lasardi and Noah Martin, two really good guys, two really cheap guys with the hype around Classic. And don't get me wrong, they've been very, very good, but they've also scored good tries. And Noah Martin scored a double, he's not going to do that every week. Whereas Isaiah Yeo is going to make those tackles. Carrigan's going to make those tackles. They're going to be down games. I just think that they will come back a little bit in terms of season end anyway. That's how I feel. What about you, Simo?
Yeah, I reckon it's too early. Like,
Yeah,
forever Lasardi and forever Noah Martin, there's a Ryan Couchman, and so I haven't really formed an opinion one way or the other just yet. It's I'll be honest. I think Isaiah Yeo has maybe not hit the dazzling heights that we all thought he might. Like he's probably the main one that sort of stayed because he's 62 both weeks, so like. If you drafted Yo, you would have expected him to get more based on the new stats, but it's only been 2 weeks in, so it's still. Yeah. Is it concerning? Yes, but am I panicking? No. Yeah, I think there's arguments both ways, and it's just if I had to sort of give it a lean, I might be slightly more leaning towards the 80-minute edge guy, but yeah, I still think these locks are going to have a role because Cam Murray's he's proven to be great value on draft day, at least 2 weeks in because he's doing what Cam Murray does and tackles and runs, and so you're not upset about having him on your team. So yeah, there's cases that are specific for both the support or go against both ways. So yeah, I'm not sort of reading too much into it just yet.
I think the only additional analysis, there's good points from both here there, gents, is it's the relative draft position, Simo. So you mentioned Cam Murray. You don't need him to do much more than this tackle bot mode where you drafted him. My problem with this, and in terms of now assessing value going forward, it's that you drafted Carrigan. I saw he went crazy early in our listener league. You drafted Yo earlier than expected, or earlier than we had previously in the expectation. He might jump to like a 70-plus average guy where he's just going to outbase those upside guys. My problem is those guys, if they're not going to win your weeks, they're not great draft picks. That's the thought. So, but yeah, you're right. It's still early, but that's the difference. Ryan Couchman is a good example of why Carrigan and Yo early and maybe even Aaron Clark might be a problem because if you're getting 65-plus from him from the bench, terrible value because Couchman's not going to win your weeks, right?
No, but look, we knew that Paddy Carrigan, where he was drafted in the listener league, was way too high. Like that was a very specific.
But he went up his value. Carrigan, we all shot him up higher than we have ever before. I've never had Carrigan that high. Like thinking that he would just tackle bodies way to almost like a set between a 70 and an 80 average. It's probably like early doors. It's not looking like that. So that's my thought, mate. Is just relative to where they're drafted. You'd rather like Lecker stepping on there. I'd have a crack at Lecker over a Pat Carrigan rest of season, for example. That's what I'm sort of getting at. Like that's an extreme example. That's probably like maybe that's too far. But the point is, yeah, it's too early. We'll leave it there. I think that's a really good debate, and we'll watch that one. But the sooner you pivot in season and stick with a belief, listeners, that's usually where you mine for gold through trades. You've usually got to be ahead of it. You can't wait for it to happen all the time because then by then the value is changed and you won't get your players. So just thought I'd bring it up nice and early for our keen listeners. And there is one last one here that I just wanted to quickly bring up. Phoenix, one final one from me. How do we feel about B Hunt for hooker given Reynolds is out? If Reynolds doesn't play and Bunt comes into play 7,
which is what's happening.
Yeah, so hooker sucks. So anything for Bunt?
A little bit. See, like, it's maybe a bit too specific to our league, and this probably, I don't know if the listeners probably don't get a lot from this, but in our league of record, we're playing the flex like the classic style flex. So we're sort of doing a scoring offline. So you really want to start guys that have upside, and you don't really care too much about their downside. So in a league like ours, like Ben Hunt at hooker eligible is not a bad start because if he scores crap, his score will drop out, but he at least has upside. Whereas for most of the listeners out there in draft, unfortunately, as we know, the bloody flex position is in the way they do it in classic is not the same as they do it in draft, which is disappointing for us draft players. But yeah, for a lot of listeners out there, like literally 100% of them who do have flexes, like where it's just an extra position. Like Ben Hunt is a little less appealing because there's every chance that he's down. If he does have a down week, you're going to have to cop that score. Like, do I think Ben Hunt is more likely to score badly? I do. But do I think he has a lot more upside than most hookers, not named Grant and Brayley? I also think that. So, as I said, it's very specific to our league. I think for us, where his score could drop out and you take his big game score, sure. And like that's well and good. But yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's just, I don't know if I'd be bothered to risk it too much. Like it's 1 week against the Storm. I think Reynolds will probably be back after that. So
yeah, tough matchup.
It's probably not too useful for most people out there.
Yeah, Cal, we implemented it this year, mate, because we just felt it was the fairest system to cover for, the early concussion. It's, like, for example, Harris Tavita in the Listener League that I started, I was happy with the start. I count his score, and it's just through bad luck you end up scoring terribly. So at least just brings a bit extra skill in. So we've really enjoyed bringing it in this year, and we're certainly going to try and lobby for it with the SuperCoach folks that will listen, because it would enhance our product some. So hopefully it comes along.
Huge advantage for me at the old flex on the weekend. Huge advantage.
Huge advantage, Tots.
Yeah, big time.
Some will say that. Yeah.
Couchman, Martin, Lecker, or Lukey, and Lasardi, top 4 gets. Martin, Lecker, and Lukey are the top 3 of them. Lasardi, and then Couchman for me. And that's a pretty awesome. It's a great list. Any of them are going to be good. And with the new Sean Bloor out of favour, ankle injury that's apparently not that serious. Hopefully Lasardi hangs on and he proves to be an absolute waiver darling. So good stuff. Thanks for joining us tonight, SC for life. And thanks, boys, says Phoenix. Gentlemen, it's been a ripper of a potty. Content-wise, just early season discussion, I think has been really strong from the gents tonight. So, Todd Mian, thank you very much for your input, sir.
Hey, never a chore, mate. Always fun. Love it.
Just getting more enthusiastic as you get older, mate. I love it. Yeah. I love it from you.
I'm definitely getting older.
Yes, good stuff, mate. Simo, beautiful work as always, mate. Did you have any? I just checking in with any excellent Book of Face. I know we've been
nothing from the face
sponsors.
Yeah.
Simo,
just
you've got one more.
Look. Yeah, I think there was a couple. We'll just have a look now.
All right.
I think we've answered some of these, but I'll just fire away anyway.
Yep.
Toddy, I'll go Toddy first. Rank these waiver targets: Halasima, Couchman, that's Ryan Couchman, or Tommy Chester.
Yeah, literally in that order. Just in that order.
Yep.
Yeah.
Redford agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We've got Samuela Finu or Talangi Kilmer. Who do you prefer?
2 of my absolute favourite players. So definitely with a broken heart, I'll say, I Finu. I'm so excited for him this year. What a gun.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. I didn't see this one. This is from Metal Merlot.
And the Metal Merlot.
Pick one, marry one. No, he's just joking.
Oh my
Very
God.
good.
Where's the gong?
Ding. Skelton, Fletcher Hunt, Tuapiki, Taruva, Leotawa. Pick one for the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Fletcher Hunt.
Tuapiki, based on what you said, Simo, I can get on board with it for next 2 to 4. Sure.
Yeah, I would actually. Obviously, I'll say Tuapiki 1, but I'd actually go Skelton over Hunt.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. What a wake up here in this list, mate.
Just for you, lock it in. Felt right, mate. Yep.
Pezzard or Nicarima. Yep, Pezzard or Nicarima.
Nicarima.
Yeah, Nicarima's due. He's due. Yep.
Got Titans, doesn't he? Sharks.
No. Oof. Sharks. Oof. It's tough. It is tough. Like, I think, oh God, I don't believe in Jonah Pezzard. I could be way off here, but he could fluke his way. The matchup's decent. Probably Peasant just because Nicarima, tough matchup. Really tough.
Yeah.
Ugh, I didn't enjoy that one.
That's not great, is it? Oh,
Andrew, get in. Sorry,
I'll lean
Simo. Andrew's getting in pretty late here. Boys, CTW rankings. Suli, Skelton, Laulili, Sasangi. Sasangi, Skelton, Laulili, Suli. In that order for me this week.
Yep,
I don't mind.
that works.
Laulili is sneaky against the Bunnies this week. They're not going to be outrageous defensively. I think that's decent.
What side of the field did Jordan Samrani play last week? He's up against the Dragons.
He was right. Samrani was right.
Yep.
And Sully plays left.
Yep.
I don't mind Sully, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
Don't mind Sully.
Him versus Laulili is pretty close, but I definitely Sasangi and Skelton are the two for me.
Roger.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Anything more, Sim?
Yeah, there's one more.
Todd's
Lehigh Hopewadi on a bye this week, obviously, has not been a great start for Lehigh or most Manly players. Yep, who'd have thought it? Would you drop Lehigh, Wong, or Liero to plug a gap?
Liero.
Yeah, Liero. The other two can turn it around and be good, and Lehigh is so talented. It's just, I think you're really looking forward to Seabold. If they can lose another game, he is nearly cooked. Then Joey Walsh comes in. Luke Brooks should hopefully be dropped anyway for Seabold to save things, and they might look a little cohesive. Who cares if Walsh can't defend all that well yet? It's going to be better than Luke Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It can't be worse. Just going to double check this question wasn't from last week.
So just prolonging it for poor Todd here, listeners. He's been up since 4 a.m. The kid. Nah, all good, Simo.
Maybe copping the bloody gong alarm at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll gong him awake, mate. Don't you worry about that. And Catchman versus Tuapiki, captain rivalry waiver wank. Wank. That's good from me.
We all love a good one. Yeah.
We're talking about wanking Tuapiki.
Tuapiki, I get the challenge there. I'm never big on spending waivers on bench guys. It just doesn't quite work for me. I'm not saying it won't be good, but Tuapiki chance of being great. Yeah. All right, Simo, thank you very much, mate. Good work from you this evening.
Thank you, sir. Get the gong out next week.
Have enjoyed it very much, listeners, experimenting with a few things on our platform as we get a bit more dynamic. Wonderful numbers this evening with us, 30 plus live, and we're getting some pretty good viewership. So please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. It's good fun to grow the brand. Getting a lot of love in the chat here, gentlemen. Our man, Cal. Great pod. Thanks for your time yet again. Cheers, fellas, says Captain. Lock it in. Giving us some love. Good pod, lads. Some brutal choices. Sad you're missing Lecker. Yeah, it's a rough one to miss out on, but good luck. And as always, listeners, get that BDE India. Oh, yeah.
Gong.